Hit the king like an 18-wheeler in and out of air lane. Never been a part of the in crowd. Got a problem with me, I said, yeah, I got the same friend that I came in with, ducking all that lane. Hey, everyone knows on go. I rolled in a 4x4. Believe if I kept gon' go see me with ain't gon' see them no more. They love when I talk that. Roll by the car lot when bought it. Call case with the case and a phone. They will watch you give it that. I live that they rapping back, carrying them back what they capping back. Bankroll mama, we know it did. We cashing out, we bagging that. Stacking up, there's zero. Certified neighborhood hero. You can try one of those.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Denver Broncos and the Jacksonville Jaguars. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Down. R53. Very left.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. On the handoff, this is Booker. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Let's go.
Keenum now on first down. That one taken in by Carlos Henderson. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Sam. It takes 53, 55. No. Roger. 53. Hey, orange.
Keenum going to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Calais Campbell able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Hey, orange. Bring up the high. Yeah, we're good. 22.
Working from the gun, Keenum. And this is caught by Fells, right side. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. To throw, it's Keenum. Left side here to Sanders. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
Let's go, let's go.
Throwing on first down is Keenum. They set up the screen to Booker. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Again, they'll throw with Keenum. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Lynch on the keeper. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Barry Church, the strong safety, the one to get him down. Now, they had the box stacked. That run was going nowhere from the start.
And when you say stacked, you really mean it, don't you? Because when you're talking about a 46 defense, commonly known as the Bear defense, you're covering up the guys inside, and you're allowing other people to get in there close to the line of scrimmage, usually an 8-man front. That's difficult to block for an offense. On that play, the defense won in a big way. No gain at all.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
They'll run it. This is Booker. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Devontae Booker taking it in from a yard out. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Bortles. And his first look is incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Shaquille Barrett coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. taken from just outside the 30. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
The drive starts with Devontae Booker. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Yannick Ngakoue in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Hey, 380.
They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46.
Lucy.
From the gun, it's Bortles. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. Being chased out left. And he's got some space here. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's third down.
Hey, spread left. Spread left. 372. 372. 382.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
They try the 50-yarder and miss it, and now this offense has it first and 10 at the 40. They'll start out on the ground with Booker, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Damn. Damn. Hey, take one, man. Take 33.
Now Keenum throwing on second. And this is incomplete.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
The Broncos on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Roger. Mary left.
Keenum now to throw. He's going to fire one deep over into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson, and he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Bortles to throw on second down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
So they get the INT. Now here's Keenum, eluding the pressure right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Keenum now to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. 1:57 to go in this first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Keenum. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. On 1st and 10, Keenum. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
52. Jam. There goes high. There goes Rodney. Hey, high.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And a short gain here, down to the 22. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run with Darkwa. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And McManus able to put it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Bortles now on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Now on first down, he's going to sneak it. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. That's fielded in the end zone, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. On second down, here's Fournette. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
And he's got Moncrief. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from fourth down to first.
Here we go.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. Here's Bortles to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Shane Ray. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting to drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game.
After the interception, here's Keenum. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Calais Campbell on the stop.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Yeah, we're good, we're good.
A second down carry for Booker. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Throwing is Keenum on third down. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Hot. Hey, 52. Stay hot. We're good. Watch it, hot. Cut.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Hey, go, Roger. Hey, go, Roger.
Freeman again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Royce Freeman, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos will extend their lead. McManus's point after is good. And that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out come the Jags. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Lucy. Throw that. Hey.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And this is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be taken down deep into Bronco territory. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 68 yards.
372.
Bortles now to throw. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Now Leonard Fournette, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there, taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So the Broncos coming out now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Yeah, we're good.
On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Keenum escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and now it's 3rd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Throwing on 3rd down, Keenum. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. Here's Marquette King now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And if they're going to take it in for another touchdown like they did on their last drive, they're going to have to do it the hard way, starting at the 1.
And boy, is that a difficult position. Obviously, where they are on the field, they have to be careful with the football. But at the same time, they can't be so careful that they can't run their offense as well. Everyone's got to lock in this situation. No mistakes.
In his own end zone, it's Bortles. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And they'll get him down up past the 15. That's good for a 1st down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Bortles now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Let's go, let's go.
Throwing is Bortles. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Give them 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs. On 1st down, Bortles forced out to his left. Finding some room at midfield. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, 54, Ricky.
Now Bortles. Open man right side is Sharp. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Punch right.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Bortles now on 1st down. Going deep for Moncrief. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
No, Roger.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Malik Jackson there to make the stop.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, 52.
They'll pitch it to Booker. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. I love the look you just gave me because I know what you're thinking. If you're going to run towards the perimeter, you better either stay in bounds or get the 1st down or both. He did neither.
Imagine the looks he's getting right now from his team, from his coaches. They go over those scenarios all the time, and as you said, he did neither.
Here's Marquette King now as he's on to punt for Denver. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Flex round! Flex round! Hey. You got three down. Cut!
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A good pickup there at 22. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Sua Cravens with a pick. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. Getting down to the end here, they have a 2-score lead. Barely, but it's a 2-score lead, so that probably makes you as a coach feel a lot more comfortable right now, doesn't it, Charles?
It does, but it doesn't mean now you go out and run option or some kind of wild double reverse or anything like that. But you do know that if anything does go haywire, you're still in control of this game.
I want a double reverse, don't you?
I'm just waiting for that day where we actually see something like that in this situation.
We'll see what happens here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Back to throw, Keenum. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Jags grab it. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
Well, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Von Miller in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry-up. To throw is Bortles. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
Lucy.
Bortles to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Read it well, and it's picked. And he'll take it all the way out near the 30-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Yannick Ngakoue. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. No, not running. Keenum wants to throw. And he's going to go down again. Telvin Smith coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Look in the mirror, how could you face that? Mask on, don't even know where my face at. Plenty don't even know where waste at. All these in the room, how could you waste that? Huh? Why would you chase that? It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. No matter what, I'ma stay black. It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. Need more jewelry. What I tell myself as I'm writing my eulogy. Ask the mirror, how you put up with this foolery? In reply, how you put up with this song and dance, all this buffoonery. Long romance, death, what it do to me? Yeah, Yamagini dream was a nightmare. He was dancing with the devil for his life. Yeah.